Okay, and we're recording.
Recording.
So, hey, hi Roland. So hello everybody, and welcome to a new community meeting. I'm very happy to see you again, and it will be my last one for the next month because I'll be away for a while. But we can talk about it later. So let's get started. We have no previous action items, so we can jump straight to SUMO Dev update. Who wants to take this one?
Hello.
Okay,
Or go ahead.
no, you can do it if you.
So all I was going to say is we've been most of us the Sumo devs been on PTO for a bunch of last week, so we didn't land a whole lot of things, but we did make the big changes that were coming up for the product-based support forum, and that's on stage, and there's a forum post about it and stuff, so please get your feedback in. Otherwise, there's some tweaks to be made, but it'll probably land early this week after it gets code reviewed, so that's coming.
Awesome.
Hey, Ricky, was there any digging into why the support site went down last week?
When did it go down?
It was like Thursday, I believe.
Just for like a couple minutes.
It was pretty short, yeah.
It was Wednesday or Friday. I thought it was the load balancer.
Oh, okay. I'll look at the bugs or whatever. I wasn't aware of it. But usually it's the database goes down or for a little bit or some networking thing.
Gotcha.
I mean, we weren't around, so we couldn't cause it. Otherwise, it was us.
I thought one of your guys was around, of course, miraculously at IRC. Ricky had told us, and I can't remember, and I'm too lazy to look at my IRC logs.
Will KG, maybe? I mean, he was around Thursday, but
Might have, yeah, maybe.
All right. Any other questions for Ricky or Sumo Dev? If not,
Two things about what's coming up next in the next sprint. So we're working on the synonym rings and the backend for the community hub, and some fallout of the change to the one forum with like the top contributor lists and the progress bar in the forum. So that's stuff that's going to happen in the next sprint starting tomorrow.
all right, Kadir, do you want to talk about the UX update as well?
Yeah, so that's about the community hub, and you can read more about that on the bug, and we will probably have somebody working on that, hopefully, starting in the next sprint. So there will be UX work done on it too. Like we will start doing part of the backend of it, but there will also be some UX work necessary. So if you're interested in that, if you want to contribute to that, or want to stay on top of that, you probably want to CC yourself to the bug so you will get informed about any changes and any progress. So yeah, that's the one to look out for if you're interested in Kitsune UX.
Sounds good. Any questions for Kadir? Take one, take two. No. Okay. Okay, then we can move on to the roundtable. So I put one item there that keeps coming up, unfortunately. So as we all know, there's a bit of a controversy around the nomination of our new CEO. And we have had a lot of questions in the forums as well as from our community members because they don't know what to do. So I was hoping that we had David or Ibai around here today. They're not, but I'll get them to comment on this one later. So my advice for now would be there's a thread in the forums. I will post it in the Etherpad where we posted a few links for blog posts and official statements that people can just post in the forums if there are any questions related to the whole SEO controversy. John brought up a pretty good point that like all those blog posts basically have no comments, have no comment section being opened up. So we will still get a lot of questions. So for now, just stick to those statements, and we'll try to dig in more to see what we can do. And I hope that Eva will help us there. Michael, yes.
I haven't looked at that thread in our contributor forum, but I'm looking at my calendar and email, and there's a Mozilla Town Hall meeting tomorrow on video that people can go to and participate in and ask questions and all of that about this. So if that's not in that thread, we should post the details there too.
Yeah, we should totally do that. That is open only for vouch Mozillians, though. Yes,
Right.
Patrick?
So Rachel prepared a little statement that she's posted to a couple of those forum threads. I would suggest if you do feel the need to respond, use that. But you know, the support forum is a place for customers to ask for help. So what these guys are doing isn't really the right channel for it. So I would, you know, if you are going to respond, use one of those responses that we've come up with. And I would say that's acceptable for the forums, but on Army of Awesome, I would tend to just stay away from those conversations because there's not a whole lot that we can convey in 140 characters that really responds to the issue. So just, you know, ignore those posts. We don't really have to respond to those types of things because they're not really support related.
Yeah.
That's a super good point.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Patrick, if you could also write that down in the Etherpad under Roundtable,
Sure.
that would be great. Because then I'll post this and the video so people can refer directly to that in case they still have questions. Okay, and I'll find the link for the town hall. So if you're a vouched Mozillian, you can participate in the town hall, and I think you can also post questions, right, Michael?
I think so.
Yeah, you should be able to do so. So I'll have the link there, and hopefully we'll get more clarity on this one because staff is also pretty. We also have a lot of questions, so it's not only for people outside the company. Great. Okay. Oh, echo. Can somebody mute? Yes, thank you. Cool. Yes, Michael?
No, nothing.
All right, we can move on. Do we have anybody to talk about Firefox for desktop today?
I think that there's just
There's no
news is good news. I can say, I mean, it's not new news, but you know, the Australis is in beta. If you haven't played with it, download beta, check it out. It's pretty awesome. And yeah, 5 weeks away. What are we? 5 weeks away? Less than. Soon. It's coming soon.
Oh my God. Yeah, get prepared for that. Okay, then we can move on to Firefox OS. I guess Ralph, you take that one?
Yep. So there's not a whole lot of updates for this week, but there is a marketplace work week going on here in Portland this week, and part of what they'll be doing is narrowing down on how the marketplace apps and how marketplace is going to work with the Turaco device, which is the $25 device. And since it has less RAM, some apps might not run as well, or they might be a little slower, and so we'll be getting a little bit more information on how that's going to work and how well the apps are going to run and what users can expect from that. So other than that, not a whole lot of other updates.
Awesome. Thanks. Okay, then I guess we can move on to Firefox for Android and Thunderbird. Roland, you have the floor.
Really? Okay. Yeah. If anyone has a Galaxy S4, try that question. I don't think it's a real problem, but you never know. And we've been doing, a few people, Philip and Robbie, have done our Firefox account sync one and done. If you have 7 minutes or more, please test the new Firefox account sync in Firefox 29 beta this week. I am waiting. I would like to do another test with Firefox web apps for Android, but I haven't. I'm waiting for an Etherpad. I'm basically copying the method from QA, and QA hasn't given me an Etherpad yet. But if they don't give me one, I'll just make one of my own. Anyways, when Madalena referred to preparing yourself, this is one great way of preparing yourself for Firefox 29, is by testing Firefox web apps on Android and by testing Firefox account sync. Other than that, I think we're having a good release. And yep, for Thunderbird, we had a meeting last Thursday, which seems like a week ago. A few contributors showed up. We had some great feedback from Steve Howes in Winnipeg, Canada, Wayne, Chris Ramsden, Anya Yelf, Eric Moore somewhere in California or the United States, and Philip Quish in Germany or Switzerland. So I'm collecting all those and trying to help work with Kadir and Ricky and see what paper cuts we can address quickly. I think this thing that we're landing on stage is going to help for the contributors anyways. Thank you in advance. And but there's other little things and maybe not so little things that we can consider. But I need to get my act together and summarize. Although if you want, I have a link there to the Etherpad, and you can process the raw feedback. But I would just summarize it as saying that things haven't evolved with, Kitsune was designed by Susan and Bram and developed by Ricky's team and Kadir to be a world where there wasn't a community-based product like Thunderbird, but Thunderbird was considered. So, of course, when we with Thunderbird, we're going to have inevitable things that we just basically didn't consider or missed through the hustle and bustle of software development. So that's just the history of it. It's more organic than any sort of intention. Like, it organically evolved to handle Firefox and Firefox for Android and desktop. And we always thought of products like Thunderbird. We just never really, capital T, thought. I think that's a fair summary. Anyway, I'm done. Questions?
All right. Questions for Roland? No? Everything is clear? Great. Anyway, thanks, Roland, for organizing the whole Thunderbird meetup. I think that helped a lot because I see a lot of improvement in the forums, and that's great.
Yes, thank you for those answering Thunderbird questions.
Yes. All right. Thank you, and we can move on to metrics. Metrics.
Yeah, just one quick update. I think the only thing that really changed a lot since last week is the exit survey. There was an issue with our provider for the exit survey, Survey Gizmo. They were under a denial of service attack, so mostly unavailable, and they couldn't send out emails, and they couldn't receive feedback from people who clicked on those emails. It's not quite sure, but in any case, there is no data or very little data for a number of days last week. So the data itself seems off. That's where it's coming from. I think they're back to normal since yesterday or so. So we should be getting a normal, reliable data again for this week. But if you look at last week's data, please keep that in mind.
Great. Okay, thank you, Kadir. I'll move on then to community, and just to let you know that I'll be going to the Pan-Indian meetup this week. There is a meetup in India with all, yes, very exciting. I'm super excited and scared about it. I'm going to face a 20-hour flight, and then a lot of degrees, a lot of degrees. That's like 40 degrees Celsius. I don't know what's that in Fahrenheit, but that's very hot.
Hot. That's
Hot.
over 100.
Sunblock,
Yes.
water.
But yeah, I'm very excited to meet everybody in India. There will be a lot of interesting discussions. We're trying to organize a localization sprint, so I hope to come back with a lot of exciting news, but that will be after 2 weeks. So don't miss me. So that's about it. And if there are no questions regarding that, let's move on to knowledge base and user education. And Michael, you have the floor.
Actually, Joni can take the knowledge.
Oh yeah, it's true. It's true. I keep forgetting that. Joni, you can have the floor.
Okay, so we just have a few updates for the knowledge base. So one big update is that we've finished updating the top 100 articles for Australis. So Michael has updated all those with new screenshots and some new instructions. So yeah, we're done with the top 100. We still have maybe 20 low traffic articles to update, but we can take our time with those ones. Also, we've added a few new Firefox OS categories. They're invisible right now until they're localized, and then once they're localized, we can make them visible. Also, I'll be done with all the Firefox OS 1.3 article updates today, but I won't localize them, or I won't mark them for localization all at once. I'll do it little by little so that we don't get overwhelmed with new article localizations. And the last thing is that for the low traffic locales, eBuy has submitted a bug so that we'll have a landing page with a list of useful articles for visitors to those locales. So if you have any feedback, please comment on the bug. And after that, I'll work with the locale leaders to curate the page. And that's it for me.
Thank you.
I didn't read the bug yet. That's like a landing page for any product?
Yeah, so for every product, we'll just redirect to that one page, and the page will have a section for each product.
Got you. Nice. That's it. I like that solution.
Very nice. Cool. Thank you, Joni. Michael, you want to take the next one?
Sure. Screencasts. I'm making lots of them. Well, I'm trying to get 8 of them done this week. I did 3 on Friday. I got a little production line going. You can check them out. There's a link there. I'll try to add at least one more today. We'll see how far I can get. If you have feedback, you can send me an email or a private message. And then once these are done, they'll go in those respective articles, and I'll start working with Joni and locale leaders. We'll come up with a way. I have a way to localize these things. It takes time. It takes time on everybody's end, and we'll see if we can get some of these done for the launch. Would be nice. That would be super cool. But yeah. But the more priority, of course, is localizing the articles themselves.
Well, screencasts would be amazing. Cool. Okay. Thank you, Michael.
Sure.
I'll skip Eltonen. Actually, just a quick update on Eltonen because we do not have an Eltonen person as we speak. So we're actually looking for somebody to replace Rosanna as a community manager for Eltonen. So until that happens, we'll kind of split the work between myself and Joni and whoever else wants to help. So please bear with us if things are a bit slow or crazy. Hopefully somebody will take over that soon. And of course, if anybody's interested in a LTNN community manager position in Mozilla, please reach out. I'd be happy to have you. And moving on to the support forum, we're slowly recovering from the Thunderbird transition that hit us quite hard. We have 93% questions answered in 24 hours last week, and 98% in 72 hours. So not too bad. I looked a bit at the numbers for each product. Thunderbird is doing amazing, it's like 96% right now. So kudos to everybody who participated. We're doing not so great on Firefox for Android and Firefox OS, so we need to look into that. The others are quite fine. Yes, sorry, want to say something, Roland?
I said, oops, okay,
Oops.
I will look at that too.
Yes, Firefox for Android is at 82% last week, so let's see what we can do there. And that's it for the support forum. And since we only have 5 minutes to go, I'll just move on to the contributors of the week. And yes, I want to nominate all Thunderbird contributors and moderators who made the transition and slowly started to get used to a new platform. Thanks so much for doing this, and thanks so much for picking up all the questions. Your guys are doing a great job. I know it's been hard to transition, and there were a lot of questions, and like the platform is not the same and all those. But yeah, we're 96% answer rate, so that's awesome. Thank you so much, guys, for doing this and for not letting Thunderbird down.
Thank you.
So thank you. All Thunderbird contributors are contributors of the week. And I see there's another nomination from Joni. Wanna talk about it?
Yeah, so the French localization team completed the top 100 challenge that Rosanna posted before she left. And I haven't looked since Saturday, so if anyone else completed the top 100 challenge and I missed it, I'm sorry. But I'd like to nominate all the people who completed the top 100.
Yeah.
Yay!
Hooray.
Congrats, contributors of the week. Very well done. Thank you for all your efforts. I'm looking forward for the next batch of contributors of the week. The more, the merrier, every week. That being said, we're almost done. I have added a new section to the Etherpad, which is admin availability, because I've noticed that it happens quite often that we're traveling and we're not here. And I think it's important that everybody knows who's where and who's the backup for what, so that we don't have people asking questions and nobody answering them. So I will be away for the next 2 weeks because I'll be in India. So if anything, eBay will be the main backup for me. So if you have any questions, you can just go directly to eBay or Kadir. Kadir will also be backup, but more limited, kind of. So eBay is the main one. Kadir is the semi-main one.
He's the backup.
He's the backup of the backup, exactly. That's it. So I would encourage anybody who is traveling or they're attending trainings or whatever to post that there, so that we know who's where and if they have any backup. Because our community needs us and we need to be there.
Yes, and we need each other.
And we need each other for sure, because there are a lot of things to do. Cool. Okay. Any other questions, comments, concerns? Go Ireland.
Go Ireland.
If not, then I bid you goodbye. Have a great week. Don't work too hard, or work hard, but don't be too stressed about it. And I'll see you on the forums, I'll see you online, I'll see you on email. And yeah, have a great week, everybody, and thanks.
Bye.
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 All right. Have a great week.
Have a great week.
Bye.